The Jim and Terry Show. Feeling.
Here we are in the basement of a house in the basement.
Jim's going rap on me. As long as there's no C in front
That
of
was
that.
so white guy rap too, wasn't it?
We don't know how to dance. We don't know how to jump. Women can't do anything. Do I say that? No, that sounds a little oppressive. The Jim and Terry Show coming to you from the Hobbit Hole Studio in Bob Cajun. Bright sunny day. You had a great drive here.
The drive was absolutely wonderful. It's the sun.
I'll raise my mug and cheers to you.
Click, click.
To the sun in your eyes on the way here.
The sun in your eyes.
Oh, man.
I can't get past the sun in your eyes.
I need my sunglasses at night so I can... Okay,
so why? I never knew why he needed his sunglasses.
Neither do I, except something's very bright at night.
After we're finished, I want you to look that up. I want to find out why he needed his sunglasses at night.
Jim and Terry Show, two retired guys with a coffee, having had breakfast and ready to chat about truth, justice in the American way. Well, let's pick one of those maybe.
Goodness.
Let's talk about how we decide what is believable and reliable and why some people choose to believe things that are... straining the credulity and acceptance of others. Did we get there before Trump 1.0? Were we divided like that before? And that includes criticisms of the mainstream media. Now you have to go search your own truth, be a digital soldier. Wait a minute, that sounds like QAnon or whatever. Will we get dinged for saying that? I don't even know anymore. How many episodes did we lose?
I don't even know how we could get dinged for anything. Right in the Oval Office, you got that his name was, saying that the judge ruled in our favor. 9-0, Mr. President.
Okay, let's start with
totally
that.
Reverse
what really happened?
What happened?
Because I saw it in the Oval Office. I heard it in the Oval Office. And yet... I heard Stephen Miller say it was in your favor, Mr. President.
Yes, it was, Mr. And you're great. Yes, you're just great.
I like your tie, and very nice.
Oh, it's getting sickening.
It is.
Really is getting sickening. And you and I had a talk over breakfast upstairs. And
we record an hour's worth of material before we even hit
easily.
Record.
And I don't understand, I was talking about the great falling away. And the great falling away, I believe, is falling away from truth and following a lie. And I think Trump is the epitome of lie. And I think his whole staff is the epitome of lie.
Okay,
in order to suck up to the
what
end.
Got you to that place? Because you started off not quite a Trumper, but you did.
Well, I was never a Trumper, but I said, give the guy a chance.
Yes.
And
I said...
But that ended quick.
But I see the difference between you and I.
Well, I never read the book. You
That's right.
Read
so
the book.
Again, I'm saying anybody who read the newspaper stories, covered the Central Park 5 case, Trump wanted them all lynched. And so once you start looking at stuff and you wouldn't rent to black people, I mean, the trail of the bankruptcies were all pre-existing Trump 1.0. All that stuff was known. And yet he still came down the escalator, convinced everybody else that he was better than Ted Cruz, better than Marco Rubio, better than Jeb Bush, better than everybody. And lo and behold, if he didn't survive all of those challenges from all the mainstream GOP and came out, and nothing's been working quite right since.
This is why I think it's divine intervention, to tell you the truth, in a way in which people don't want to hear. Because I don't know how we're at this place right now in this part in time. In a nation that's supposed to be so very fearful of God has turned
and
from
the beacon of light.
And I think the big falling away is, I mean, right now it's the Holy Week of Passover.
Happy Easter, my friend.
Thank you.
And I will give you the traditional, even though it's in advance. The Lord is risen.
He is risen indeed.
Thanks be to God. This is the rejoinder of both.
See, I'm as you know, I am a follower, believer.
Yes.
I will be in church tomorrow morning.
Yes, you will.
And I will be in church on Sunday, gladly and happily. I don't have to go.
Are you going to celebrate the Seder?
No,
there's something
happening tonight that I'm not going to go to. I got simply other plans, and
to our Jewish listeners, it is Passover.
Well, I've done the Seder dinner.
Okay,
Have you?
No.
Yeah, I've done it twice at our church.
Well, I did it once when I was part of your fellowship there.
Yeah. So that's a Jewish person, probably
that's right.
Jewish Christian, who's explaining the Seder. I found it fascinating.
Yes.
So I would do that again. I found it fascinating, and I enjoyed it. And maybe that's what they're going to be doing tonight. I don't know, but I can't make it. So that's just that. What was my point?
I don't know. Happy Easter.
No, I guess so. I'm saying.
Oh, come on. Let's.
No. What I was talking about was Jesus, who is the truth. Part of the falling away, there's going to be a great falling away. And one of the signs of the end is a great falling away. And,
I think that happened in the Middle Ages, Jim.
That
happened with Nero.
Well, there may be.
That happened with Constantine.
Well, no, but the same idea is. But the same idea is there's back in Jesus's day, after he was crucified, they said the spirit of the Antichrist is here. The spirit of the Antichrist. Well, lying is the spirit of the Antichrist. Is one of the fruits of the evil spirit would be lying, because the fruit of the Holy Spirit is the truth. And so the great falling away is knowing the truth. And this is what my warning to my Christian friends within the Trump organization. You know the truth. You're not stupid. You're hearing the truth. You're not idiots. And you've chosen to say a lie. Get off that. Quit. Be poor. Go without that job is my advice to them.
Okay, I'm going to piggyback on the Easter theme and say Trump has not just politicized Easter, but he has monetized the Easter egg hunt on the White House lawn. He's selling sponsorships, corporate sponsorships. If you want to, run a booth or make T-shirts or paint kids' faces or
provide the eggs or something. I don't know.
Something. Yeah. Well, eggs, the price of a
golden egg. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
They need a sponsor to provide the eggs.
But did the price drop on eggs?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? This is that whole argument. I rob you of $100 and I feel bad for you. I give you back 20 and say, you're enriched. I've enriched you. The eggs went from say $3, up to 10.
Yep.
Now they're down to a measly $6.57.
And so
see, the egg prices came down.
They did from the high.
But that is kind of what this president does.
Yeah, the grift.
Look he broke the agreement with Iran.
Yes.
And he's going to make the agreement with Iran, which will be the exact same agreement that Obama had with Iran, but he can put his name on it.
Don't tell Trump it's the same agreement.
Well, he knows it is. Yeah. It's the same as he broke the agreement with Canada and Mexico. This was back in, 2018. He broke that agreement, so he broke it. Formed a new agreement, the best agreement in the world. And there's never been an agreement better than this agreement. It's the best ever signed ever on the earth. Then he broke it again, saying, who made this stupid agreement? He did it so his name will be added. His name will be added to everything for all of his accomplishments. So,
okay.
Well, when you had the accord over in Israel, did you know he wanted it to be named the Trump Accord, not the Abraham Accord?
Really?
He wanted it to be called the Trump Accord, but they made it the Abraham Accord.
Oh, of course he would.
So any agreement he's breaking, he don't care if it comes back the same or even worse, as long as his name's on it.
Is he going to put his name to the internment camps, the prison camps that he wants, for all the gulags and?
No, I think he'll avoid that.
So he settled that by sending them to El Salvador.
You realize he's paying El Salvador to take these people.
Yes, and he told them he wants 5 more.
Yeah, he wants them to build 5 more holding tanks.
Is his name going to be on any of those?
Well, the thing is, his name's going to go down in history, because if they build 5 of those that he wants them to build, and he fills those prisons, he has now done what the Nazis have done.
Yes.
That's what he's done. He's removed people
that he don't like. But we can't say that, Jim,
like.
Because people say you're being hyperbolic.
I don't care what people say. It's just a fact.
It is the fact.
You have, in the United States, the United States prided themselves on being that light on the hill, where there was due process, where you couldn't just grab someone off the street. Now we've seen many being grabbed off the street.
Oh, did I hear you say those honey-coded words, due process, which separated America from many other democracies?
Yeah.
Democracy?
Yeah.
Democracy, where did it go? It's no longer there, but due process is
it's
the
an
defining point.
It is right now, and what we're trying to do. I don't know if it's reversible. I don't even know if you can reverse it, because he's right now, they are going to put a contempt of court. I think it's out. A contempt of court
on
against
Trump?
And if they don't come clean on Wednesday, the judge wants all the names of everybody who's involved in deporting those people. So it's just like your book says, everything Trump touches is destroyed.
Oh, God
so
bless Rick
it's going to
Wilson.
start. I mean, I can see what the courts are going to do. They're going to have to appoint their own person because Trump's girl's not going to go for it.
No.
But they'll start at the lowest. They'll trial them all the way up to the president. All those people are going to lose their livelihood because they followed the the Trump.
I hope you are right that there will be some accountability because Mueller wrote the report.
There's going to
Bill
be
Barr denied the report. Trump said he won the report. Nothing to see here, folks. Russia, Russia, Russia. I had a friend of mine say, oh, they've been trying to pin Russia on Trump for 12 years now. I said, there's a reason for that. The reason
come out of
is
the blue.
It's not. It's real, and you should really be paying attention.
They're not
to
saying
it.
Trump England, Trump England, Trump
No.
England, Trump England. They're not saying that. They're saying
England,
Trump
are you
Russia.
listening? No, it was Russia. Are you listening?
Well, we should talk about the sleeping giant, the sleeping dragon,
sleeping
because it's going to
dragon.
come. You watch.
Oh, the ominous.
The army's going to come.
Jim and Jerry
200 million men
Signing
strong.
off. Jim is being hyperbolic. I don't think so.
I don't even know what hyperbolic.
I don't wanna carry this load. Throw the sweat